Services and Duggings Shopping Center. CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggings Shopping Center.
It's Monday, June 10, 2013 on the Golden Rock. Good evening, I am Versely Coutard, and this is CTC News, broadcasting live from CTC Studios at Statia's Mall. In tonight's local news, suspects' rights violated in Statia, says UN committee. €1.1 per year for nature projects on public entities, and go-kart races set for July 20th. Details in local news right after a word from our sponsors.
All I know is hustle and that motivation. So I'm on my grind like it's an obligation. And I was down before in countless situations. I just got back up and now I fly like there's no gravitation. Came from the bottom and I saw that I'ma make it up. And all this work keep paying off if you don't give it up. I remember when I just kept on slipping up, and now I hear a beat and now all I do is rip it up. And I'ma get what's mine, tell them G up cause I'm on that grind. All I know is going hard if you don't grind and you don't shine. A lot of people got the chance but they got intercepted. I don't let haters take me down, I stay protected.
Education is the #1 driving force in a successful future. But great parenting prepares a child for the challenges to come and motivates any child to accomplish and succeed. Be your child's role model and be the best parent you can be. Learn great parenting guides and strategies at www.parenting.org.
Beyond the children,
motivate and educate.
So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making.
Don't touch that dot. To advertise your business or promote events, contact us at CTC on 318-1627, 318-4664, or 318-445. Creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggings Shopping Center.
The United Nations Anti-Torture Committee has urged the Dutch government to address the rights of suspects in the Caribbean Netherlands and the right to legal assistance prior to police interrogation. The committee has determined that there are some practical concerns in the process of interrogation by police in the Dutch public entities Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Saba. This is especially a concern on St. Eustatius, where suspects often forego their right to legal assistance without having seen a lawyer. Also, in St. Eustatius, the consultation between the suspect and the lawyer has to take place via telephone instead of in person, which means that privacy cannot always be guaranteed, stated the Dutch Council for Human Rights, which informed the Dutch government of the UN committee concern. The Human Rights Council asked The Hague to look further into the lack of information regarding the implementation of the UN Treaty for the Prevention of Torture and Other Cruel, Inhumane, or Disgraceful Treatment or Punishment in the Caribbean Netherlands, comprising of the Dutch public entities Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Saba. The Dutch government has to respond before May 31st to a number of specific recommendations by the UN committee. Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Saba can annually invest about €1.1 million in nature and biodiversity projects between now and 2017. A total of €7.5 million has been allocated for the three islands together until 2017, stated Dutch Secretary of Economic Affairs Sharon Dijksma on Friday. The projects needed to recover the backlog in maintenance of nature on short term have to contribute to the preservation of the coral reefs, sustainable use of nature, and the improvement of the synergy between nature, land use, and tourism. The Permanent Committee for Economic Affairs of the Second Chamber of the Dutch Parliament had asked the State Secretary for clarity on the financial consequences of the Caribbean Netherlands Nature Policy Plan and the allocation of €7.5 million for nature projects. Dijksma stated in her letter that a regulation is being drafted that regulates the financing, execution, and division of responsibilities between the Dutch government and the public entities Bonaire, Sint Eustatius, and Saba. The regulation will be ready by September, at which time a definite decision will be taken on the execution of the list of projects that the islands have drafted. The public entities will be in charge of the development, submitting, and implementation of the projects, whereas the Ministry of Economic Affairs will be responsible for the decision-taking, financing, monitoring, and promotion of the projects. The Center for Youth and Family will be hosting its third K1 go-kart race on Saturday, July 20th, and they are looking for volunteers to help youths with building their vehicles. The go-kart will be built at New Star Terminal's Playground from July 15th until July 19th from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. The Center for Youth and Family also needs assistance during the day of the race by mechanics for repairs if go-karts break down, timekeepers, security, and safety providers. All crew members will be provided with a go-kart race t-shirt, food and drinks during the day of the race. Interested persons are invited to an informal meeting at Center for Youth and Family on Tuesday, June 25th from 6 until 7 p.m. Participants may register by calling 318-3272 or by sending an email to minushka.woodley@jeugdzorgcn.com or Sandra Vorneman@jeugdzorgcn.com. Coming up next in regional news, new government installed in Curaçao, announcing kits, officials seek to maintain professionalism through dress code policy. Details in regional news and later international news right after a short break.
CT Creativity, known to many as CTC, has gone global. CTC TV and CTC Radio can be viewed and heard from any part of the world. Just visit www.ctcreativity.com and go to CTC TV to watch live or CTC Radio to listen live. Get more involved by interacting with your TV and radio hosts with live chat rooms. You can also view the latest trending videos, CTC News, take part in polls, vote for the top songs or videos, and much more. www.ctcreativity.com. www.ctcreativity.com. Share it with the world. Share it with the world. Share it with the world. Share it with the world.
Don't touch that dot. To advertise your business or promote events, contact us at CTC on 318-1627, 318-4664, or 318-4453. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Dugging's Shopping Center.
A new government was installed in Curaçao on Friday when Governor Adela van der Pluijm-Vrede swore in 10 new ministers who will serve the rest of the coalition's 4-year term. As anticipated, Ivar Asjes is Curaçao's new prime minister. Asjes is the former president of parliament during the previous Schotten administration. The new ministers are Prime Minister, General Affairs, Ivar Asjes, Health, Environment and Nature, Ben Whiteman, Education, Science, Culture and Sports, Rubia Bitorina, Social Development, Labor and Welfare, Jean Francisca, Government Policy, Planning and Services, Etienne van der Horst, Justice, Nelson Navarro, Economic Development, Stanley Palm, Finance, Jose Hardim, Traffic, Transport and Urban Planning, Earl Balborda, and Minister Plenipotentiary Marvelyn Wills. Further in regional news, heads of departments and officers of the Ministry of Education recently reviewed a dress code policy which was drafted by a committee. The meeting, chaired by Permanent Secretary Mrs. Ione Liebert-Willett, was the monthly planning meeting for the Ministry of Education. The decision to implement a dress code policy for the ministry was taken to aid personal development of individuals as well as to raise the ministry's profile generally. The document is a combination of thoughts by members of the committee and stakeholders they consulted. It states the Ministry of Education considers the way employees dress and their general appearance to be of significant importance in portraying a corporate professional image to all stakeholders, whether parents, students, visitors, or colleagues. The dress code policy is expected to be implemented within the next few months and will definitely be implemented at the beginning of the new school term, by which time persons in the field of education would have been fully apprised of what is required of them. Also mentioned in the 3-page document are the facts that all employees would be required to adhere to the principles of the dress code policy, as well as the recourse or procedure for persons who do not comply. Some subheadings of the policy include professional attire, appropriate casual business attire, unacceptable clothing, footwear, tattoos, jewelry and piercing, hair, facial covers, protective clothing, food handlers, and enforcement. The ministry will review the policy 1 year after ratification and every 3 years thereafter. Tonight in international news, lawmakers urge review of domestic spying, Patriot Act. Lawmakers called on Sunday for a review of the government's monitoring of phone and internet activities, and one Democrat urged a reopening of the Patriot Act, the post-September 11, 2001 law that gave intelligence agencies broader surveillance powers. President Barack Obama's administration has come under criticism after the disclosure that the super-secret National Security Agency has been collecting massive amounts of data from private companies on phone calls and emails. As lawmakers debated the implications of the U.S. surveillance programs that were first reported in Britain's Guardian and the Washington Post, the Guardian identified a 29-year-old former CIA technical worker as the source of the leaks about the spy agencies. The Guardian said its source, Edward Snowden, had asked the newspaper to reveal his identity. The surveillance activity has stirred a debate over privacy rights in the United States. Senator Mark Udall, a member of the Intelligence Committee, said he thought another look at the 2001 USA Patriot Act was warranted. He said there must be a balance between protecting the country against terrorist attacks and respecting Americans' constitutional rights, including the Fourth Amendment protection against unlawful search and seizure. Still, 2 senior lawmakers said the surveillance programs had helped to prevent attacks on the United States and have been subjected to strict oversight. Republican Mike Rogers, chairman of the House of Representatives Intelligence Committee, agreed with Feinstein that the programs were important for national security. A separate, highly classified program, codenamed PRISM, was given federal authorities access to data from companies including Google Inc., Apple Inc., and Facebook on emails, photos, and other files, according to the Washington Post. Lawmakers who defended the NSA surveillance said it helped to thwart an Islamic militant plot to bomb the New York City subway system in 2009. And that was it for our news stories for this evening. Coming up next after the break, your 3-day weather forecast for Statia, Saba, and St. Martin. Stay tuned for weather updates right after this.
CT Creativity, known to many as CTC, has gone global. CTC TV and CTC Radio can be viewed and heard from any part of the world. Just visit www.ctcreativity.com and go to CTC TV to watch live or CTC Radio to listen live. Get more involved by interacting with your TV and radio hosts with live chat rooms. You can also view the latest trending videos, CTC News, take part in polls, vote for the top songs or videos, and much more. www.ctcreativity.com. www.ctcreativity.com. Share it with the world. Share it with the world. Share it with the world. Share it with the world.
Don't touch that dial. To advertise your business or promote events, contact us at CTC on 318-1627, 318-4664, or 318-4453. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
And now for your 3-day weather forecast, we'll begin with Station Sabre. Tonight, Monday, June 10th, scattered showers with temperatures of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain, with winds east at 18 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Tuesday, June 11th, scattered showers, temperatures of 83 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 18 miles per hour. Finally, on Wednesday, June 12th, scattered showers, temperatures of 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east at 19 miles per hour. We now move over to St. Martin. Tonight, Monday, June 10th, scattered showers, temperatures of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 13 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Tuesday, June 11th, scattered showers with temperatures of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% chances of rain with the winds east at 13 miles per hour. On Wednesday, June 12th, scattered showers, temperatures of 87 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% chances of rain with the winds east-southeast at 13 miles per hour. That was it for our CTC News for this evening. Thanks again for joining us. This has been another edition of CTC News Live. Join us again on Wednesday as we continue to bring you the latest in local, regional, and international news. Stay tuned to CTC TV or CTC Radio for the latest in entertainment. We'll be back later this week, but until then, do have a good one.